They say that time flies when you're having fun, and looking back now at almost 4 years of being at Lee, I think that's pretty true. I've done so many things that I never thought I'd be able to. I've made lifelong friendships and experienced something that I'll never forget. But I think I'm getting a little ahead of myself. Let's take a step back, a big step back. Yep, that's me. A little musician, or so I thought. As long as I can remember, I was doing something on the stage, whether that was singing or playing an instrument or anything in between. My mom sang in church and my dad was the sound guy, so I had a lot of free time in the sanctuary. And before I knew it, I was taking piano lessons for a long time with a teacher who really taught me a lot.
Hello everyone, this is Sarah and I was Bryson's first, I think, piano teacher. And he actually started and then came back and started and came back because he was always, what do they call it, dancing to the beat of your own drum, right? So of course I was trying to get him to read music and he was just such an ear player and so creative. And finally, he won. I just kind of let him start to do his thing and let him become who he wanted to be as a musician, which led to him playing at church, playing for other people, and playing chords, playing by ear, playing in a creative way that fit his soul.
Then I was playing in church at 16, being paid to do the music that I had listened to my whole life. High school was getting ready to finish, and I decided I was going to look into an institution. Before I came to Lee, I'd never actually formally auditioned for anything. All the auditions that I'd done were small ones in productions at churches or things like that. So from the beginning, Lee was stretching me. Lo and behold, I got in. And this was some of my first work. I started working really hard in classes, trying my best to earn my place, even though everyone's kind of on an equal footing, because we're all so new to everything. Then flash forward to the fall of 2018, when a close friend of mine recommended I audition for a group called the Lee Singers. 3 years later, I'm still a member and wouldn't take back any of the time that I've had with this group. It's led me out of this country, and it's taken me all across this country. I went on a second ed tour for 7 weeks. 7 weeks in a van with the same people. There were some tough moments, but we also led worship and experienced things together that I don't think any of us will forget. I was singing more as a part of an ensemble, and then later, thank God, I finally caved and decided to do voice lessons formally. My time has never been particularly easy, but that's not to say that there weren't great opportunities. I had to work hard just to feel like I mattered at this institution. The pianists around me were leagues better than me, and without the encouragement of them as well as close friends, I don't know if I ever would have made it. And sure, there have been some curveballs along the way. For those of you who don't remember, I was on crutches for my first jury, but the hard work that I had to put into that is what helped motivate me to keep going now. As time went on, I got more confident. I'm still the insecure kid that doesn't feel like he's worthy of being here, but slowly but surely, I'm learning that there are things that I can do and things that I think I do pretty well. As my time went on, I was taking classes that I really wanted to be in and I really wanted to learn in. And thanks to people like Alan Wyatt, Sean Perkinson, James Ward, and so many others, I was learning about things that I felt mattered a lot, and I was able to be creative in a space where I wasn't judged for mistakes or things that I did wrong. It was a space really of just freedom. I don't think I looked at it then, but that was what was pushing me to be a creative and what allowed me to then venture out into songwriting and making things that were purely my own. And now I blinked and I'm getting ready to do a concert. It's hard to compare to anything simply because it's such a unique experience. We spend 4 years growing as individuals, but also together as groups. And I think that's part of what makes Lee so special to begin with. I'm so incredibly grateful for everything that I've been able to do and be a part of here. So here's to the musical journey so far, but also to whatever this journey may hold in the future.